Alright, this tutorial is going to cover how to do a works cited citation. I'm going to use a print book. I'm going to keep it open in front of me. You can do the same process with a print source. You will just have to toggle back and forth between screens. But the first thing I have to do is open up my project. And then I need to go one of two places. Either click Bibliography or scroll down under Components and click Works Cited. Either way will get you the place that you need to go. And then you need to click the source of, or the type of your source. I know I'm doing a book. You won't always do a book. Sometimes you will do a website, sometimes you'll use a database, and then you'll pick the type of source within the database. But right now I can just click my first option and create citation. NoodleTools is kind of awesome where it gives you a "are you sure you're citing a book" page. If you are, that's great. You can just go ahead and click continue. If you're not sure, maybe it's a reference source, so it's something from an encyclopedia where you have a physical bound encyclopedia in front of you, but instead you're citing an article within an encyclopedia or just one section of that encyclopedia. It gives you other options. Again, a reference source, that would be the encyclopedia one. If you are citing maybe something out of the Bible or the Quran or something like that, that has its own special citation. So just make sure you really are just citing a regular old book, which I am. So I'm going to click continue. And I do have a print book. If I had used something from one of our databases that we subscribe to, I would make sure I clicked database. But I do have a book in front of me, so I'm going to keep it on the default option. And the first thing I'm going to look for is my author. And I'm citing the book Code Talker. It's about the Navajo Marines in World War II. And this is written by Joseph Bruchac, maybe? And we know in the format the last name will go first, but NoodleTools will put that all in order for you. So make sure you are putting the first name in the first name box, last name in the last name box. I only have one author, so I don't need to click add another contributor. If you did, or if you wanted to put the editor in, you could do that as well. My title of the book is Code Talker. It's not part of a multi-volume set, so I can skip this line. And then I need to open it up to that copyright page and find my publisher. And this one's published by Penguin Group. And it was published in New York City. And let me see here. 2005 is the copyright. Alright. And I'm not going to click any one of these special cases. My book is not a reprint. It's not, the pages are numbered. I would just be citing a consecutive passage. It's not necessarily a scholarly edition. It's not formulated for education, so I'm done there. We're not doing annotations yet, so you're going to go ahead and skip this box. Do make sure that this box is checked. It should already be checked. That's the default. But in case you clicked something and unchecked this box, check it now. If you don't, it will not show up in your final works cited page. When you export to Google Docs, you will skip that citation. But once that is checked, you may click Submit, and it will show up in the sources that you have cited. You can then go on to apply a description. Is it a primary source, secondary source, tertiary source? Whether or not we're required to do that for whichever project, I will let you know in advance. You can copy a citation. You shouldn't ever need to copy a citation because you will only cite it once on your works cited page. You can also delete a citation. Just make sure you have the box checked and delete it. If I realize I've made a mistake, maybe I forgot the year, I could go open to edit it. You can also delete it. It will also have suggestions for an in-text reference, which is kind of cool. You would have to insert the page number there, but if you ever forget how to format an in-text reference, you can check that and it will give a suggestion. Again, a pretty neat feature from NoodleTools.